Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is again Teacher Rhea and we are going to discuss on fundamental principles of counting. So I have prepared here an example. If a coin is tossed and a die is rolled, how many possible outcomes are there? So there will be three different ways of listing down the possible outcomes. We can have the first is the tree diagram. We can have it in a table and we can have the systematic listing. So I am going to show to you how to do the three different ways of listing down the possible outcomes. So let us start with using a tree diagram. So from the tree diagram, we have here the two items that we are going to use. We have the coin and the die. The coin could have two possible outcomes. We have the head and the tail. So let's start from the head. The head could be paired when a die is rolled with, we have one dot, two dots, three dots, four dots, five dots, and six dots. So that's the first set. Another is, there is a possibility that the result on the coin is a tail. And from the tail again, we can pair it to the result of the die. It could be one dot, two dots, three dots, four dots, five dots, and six dots. So this is now what we call as our tree diagram. And from the tree diagram, we can create the systematic listing or the tabular listing. So I am going to show again the tree diagram that we were able to create a while ago. So from that one, we will be able to create the tabular listing. So how did we get the listing? Head paired with one dot, head two dots, head three dots, this one, then head four dots, head five dots, head six dots, and it follows with a tail. So from that particular listing, okay, so from the listing again, we can now identify the sample space. So ibalik na sa nato si listing. So sample space is simply writing the data that is being obtained from the listing. So we have, meaning the elements are head 1, meaning this pair. Next is head 2, the second pair. Third pair is head 3. Fourth pair is head 4. We have head 5. Next is head 6. Then back to tail, then tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4. We have tail 5 and tail 6. So that is now what we call as our tabular form. And from that particular tabular form, we can now identify the number of sample space. So by counting, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So meaning, the total number of elements is 12. So nunay gitawag na tong cardinality of the set. Now, meaning, if we are going to toss a coin and roll a die, there will be 12 possible outcomes. So next is we have this one. We have, suppose a grade 8 student is to choose from Mandarin, Nihongo, and French or Spanish as his elective course for foreign language. He likewise has to choose from classical music, painting, or speech and drama as an elective course for arts. How many possible ways can he choose his electives? So if we're going to do the no restrictions, meaning he can choose any. If you're going to choose the possible outcome, so we are going to list down the all the possible choices on the elective course for foreign language. So we have Mandarin, Nihongo, French, and the Spanish. And at the same time, we are also going to identify the different courses for arts. So it is paired with classical music. Si Mandarin, pwede sad siya. Okay. So music, classical music. Next, si Mandarin, pwede sad siya i-pair ni painting. So we have the second pair, which is Mandarin and painting. Mandarin can also be paired with speech and drama. So the third pair is Mandarin and speech and drama. And next is the Nihongo can be paired to classical music. Next is can be paired to painting. Next is can be paired to speech and drama. For the French, we have classical music, French painting, French speech and drama, and Spanish classical music, Spanish painting, and Spanish speech and drama. So those are the possible outcomes. So if we are going to count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Meaning, there are 12 possible outcomes. So, of course, this kind of a listing on the possible of outcomes can be done if there are only a few choices out of the given condition. What if the conditions presented are so daghan? So, we are now going to make use of the concept of fundamental principles of counting. So, it may look or the definition may look taas, but actually, M, N, and P refers to the different events that the experiment that you're going to conduct, or simply all you're going to do is multiply the given data. So how are we going to apply that one? Let us start with the first example. Find the number of possible outcomes in A, rolling a die twice. So when we say rolling a die twice, meaning usara ka die pero kaduha na to i-roll. So in rolling a die twice, there are 6 outcomes in the first roll. Nganong 6 man? 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 5 dots, and 6 dots. In the second roll, there are again 6. So applying the concept of the fundamental principles of counting, that makes it 6 times 6, and that is equal to 36. So, nod, arita sa ikaduha. Tossing a coin 5 times. We all know that in tossing a coin, we have two possible outcomes, si head o si tail. And since it is tossed 5 times, so kalima ni mo i-multiply si 2. So, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Dili 2 times 5. Kay kalima man si coin. So, first toss ni coin, duha ka outcomes. Second toss ni coin, another duha. Ika-third toss, another duha. So, kalima ka mo toss sa coin. So, that makes it 32. Next is we have rolling two dice. In rolling two dice, there are 6 outcomes in the first die, another 6 outcomes for the second die. That makes it 6 times 6, which is equal to 36. Okay, so I hope everything is clear. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel.